with, for today's class, a couple of yoga blocks. So if you're at home and you don't have yoga blocks, you can use maybe a couple of sturdy cushions or maybe some solid blocks, solid books rather, or even folded blankets. But you can actually do the class even without the blocks. We're just coming handy later on. And welcome to today's class. Today's going to be slightly more dynamic than usual, but we're going to still start with a lying down position. So when you feel ready, if you want to just stretch your back onto your mat, the same at home. If you are happy to lie down, you can keep your legs straight or your knees bent, depending on what feels right for you. And today's class is, most of our classes have a focus. So today's focus is, the main thing is around presence, in the sense of trying to come back to the present moment, to our present body, the present situation over and over. Our mind often gets busy thinking about the past or the future, planning, remembering, worrying, fussing. We're all the same. We all have those experiences. But when we get to our yoga mat, that gives us an opportunity to actually really connect at a deeper level with ourselves, with our bodies, breath, mind. So the invitation is to really enjoy those initial moments of total relaxation. You can use this time to do a very simple body scan from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your feet. Just to notice if there is anything that feels like it needs to be taken a little bit of attention today. If you have any kind of injury, old or new, any parts that might ache, then you take extra care today. Please modify as you need to, listen to your body. With the eyes closed, but be able to really feel how the body is now that you're lying down. You might enjoy it, you might be getting a little impatient to start. Just accept whatever you find today. Very slowly begin to connect with your breath. Perhaps taking the first conscious breath in and out today. So obviously you've been breathing all day, I have no doubt, but really mindful breath in, maybe a breath that comes from the belly, rises all the way up into the chest. And then a nice relaxing breath out from the chest into the belly. And for the time being, just focus on that. Breathing in, belly to chest. Breathing out, chest to belly. And see if you can slightly lengthen the exhalation. So you're breathing in, nice and long, and then make the exhalation a little longer than the inhalation. If you need to count, you could use a count of 4 on the in-breath and a count of maybe 6 on the out-breath. You need to customize this to how you're feeling today. Really feel the fluidity of the breath moving in and out of the body. You can even visualize the breath like an ocean, so you can feel the wave of the inhalation and the wave of the exhalation. Inhalation is nourishing, is bringing fresh oxygen, energy, and exhalation is cleansing, bringing away any worries, any stress, tension. Continue like this with a slightly longer exhalation. Notice if your body starting to soften. Maybe parts that felt a little uncomfortable, tense. You might be starting to release some of the tension. Maybe see if you can find this sense of presence now, this sense of being with your body, including the parts of your body that might feel pain or maybe a little uncomfortable. And even moving beyond that, moving this state of presence, just presence with yourself. So take the last of the long exhalations. And then just bring the inhale and exhale to an equal level. So equal inhalation and equal exhalation. We start to move the body very gently. So with the next inhale, begin to lift the arms all the way up. Maybe they can reach the floor above you, maybe not quite. And then as you exhale, bring the arms softly back at your sides. 3 more times, moving with the breath. Inhaling, lift the arms all the way up, stretch. And then as you exhale, release the arms and just feel the sense of release with the exhalation. And 2 more. Inhale, stretch the body nice and long. Maybe you can start to point to the feet as well. Stretch the legs. Exhale, release the arms, relax your toes. And the last one. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe take the biggest, longest stretch yet. Hold the breath in if you can. And then exhale very gently through the nose if you can, mouth if you need to. And then bring the arms down at your sides. Beautiful. And we're slowly going to come to a seated position. So take your time to come to sit. Nice and comfortable. You can roll over to one side. You can rock all the way up. Whatever takes your fancy today. And if you want to use the blocks, 1 or 2 to support your hips, you're welcome to. It's always handy to actually have something beneath our sit bones because we want to try and keep the hips higher than the knees. That will protect your knees. So find a really comfortable seat here. Take a moment. You can close your eyes if you want, or you can keep them open. And then adjust to being in a seated position. And then when you're ready, just start to make very, very gentle movements with the neck. So roll the chin all the way down towards your chest. Slightly lift your chest and then move the chin towards one shoulder. And then make a complete circle all the way up and traveling over the other shoulder. And continue like this, making about 3 circles in one direction. The slower, the better. And always leading with the chin so that you can really allow the neck to loosen up without compressing the cervical spine at the back. And then you move on to the opposite side, so making circles in the opposite direction. the last circle. Bring the chin parallel to the floor, looking straight in front of you. And now moving one ear, doesn't matter which one ear towards the shoulder, lengthening the opposite side of the neck. Trying to keep the shoulder down and the other one as well. And then slowly head up and then to the other side. Keeping the spine as tall as possible. Relax your face and your jaw. And then bring the chin parallel to the floor and just moving from side to side, from one shoulder to the other, a couple of times. Come to the position. Beautiful. We're going to move into our on our knees. So if you have sensitive knees, you can either fold the mat or you can use a blanket, the jumper under your knees. You can keep your bricks handy on one side. So your knees are together, your buckle is on your heels, and you're sitting as comfortable as you can get. So really lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders down, and then find a spot to face in front of you, like a focal point. In Sanskrit, we call this a drishti. That's really focal point where you can get your attention completely focused on that point. So that will help you a lot if you're getting distracted. And now, open the arms out nice and wide. I'm going to turn to the front so you can see. And then bring your left arm underneath the right. So left arm underneath the right, like a big X. And then see if you can reach the back of the hands. If this is a problem, you can hold your shoulders, back of the hands. Or you might even be able to twist your wrists further and hold on with the palms. So palm to palm. This is called Garudasana, eagle arms. Relax the shoulders down the back. Lift the elbows so they're in line with your shoulders. Expand the chest, look straight in front of you. Take a big inhale and lift the arms all the way up, taking a gentle back bend, looking up. And then exhale, round the shoulders, chin to chest, look down, elbows towards the chest. Inhale, lift. That's beautiful, yes. And exhale, round the shoulders, move all the way down. Few more times. Inhale, lift. This is an excellent exercise for the shoulders. It separates the shoulder blades, helps to strengthen our back. Follow your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace, but use the breath. So inhale first, look up, exhale, look down. One more. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Move all the way back. Uncross your arms, place the hands on your lap. You can close your eyes. Relax the shoulders down your back. And just take some nice, nourishing breaths in and out. Finding that point of presence, where you're really present to yourself, to what is happening inside of you. It's like you're becoming your best friend. And then slowly blinking the eyes open if you have them closed. Open the arms out to the side again. Now this time you're bringing the right arm underneath the left, so the left is on top. Again, you can hold on to your shoulders. You can hold on to the back of the hands, or you might be able to have the palms palm to palm. And then once more, on an inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Take a gentle back bend. Exhale, round the shoulders, looking down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Stay with the breath. So the movement follows the breath. First you breathe and then you start the movement. So I start to inhale and then I lift my arms. That's a beautiful. Exhale, down. Two more if you can. Rest if you need to. And the last one. And once more, open the arms out and then place the palms of the hands on your lap. Close your eyes. Take a few nourishing breaths in and out. We're about to move into Balasana, child pose. So we're taking a wide knee stance. So you're opening the knees maybe as wide as the mat to near about, big toes to touch. So your bottom is still against the heels. And then you start to slowly extend the arms forward. If you want to, you can use a block to place under your forehead. Or your forehead might reach comfortably, whichever way. Just make sure that you really find a way where you can sustain this pose for a few breaths. We have a couple more breaths here. And then very slowly start to move the torso up, so you're coming up to all fours. Press the palms of the hands down, tuck the toes under. Inhale to prepare by engaging the belly. We're going to downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips as high as you can. And then press back, so you're pressing away from your hands. Breathing in and out here. Knees can stay bent. And then look between the hands, and as slowly as possible, start to walk your feet forwards between the hands. And then grab all the opposite elbows, ragdoll. So press your arms down. Make some space with your feet so the feet are about hip width apart. And send your head all the way pointing down between your feet. And you can down go your arms from side to side. Your eyes can be closed, and you can really focus on your breath once more. And when you're ready, let go of the holding of the elbows, so the hands are now down on your mat or on your feet. On an inhalation, hands on the shins, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up, nice long back. Exhale, belly button engaged as you release all the way down, Uttanasana, forward fold. And then press to the soles of the feet on an inhalation, come all the way up, arms out and up, palms touching above the head, and then exhale, bring your palms together into the heart center, and then separate your hands all the way down at your side for your Tadasana mountain pose. Beautiful. Focus on your alignment for a moment. Really feel the contact of the floor against your feet. Feel the pressing of the four corners of the feet against the earth. Engage your leg muscles. So really feel the legs getting stronger and activated. So it's a slight rotation inwards of the lower leg and slightly outward of the upper legs. If you don't quite feel that, don't worry, just keep pressing your feet down and engage your core muscle a little to protect your back. Release the shoulders down. Find your focal point in front of you, your drishti. We're going to move to sun salutations. We're going to do a nice slow version of sun salutations. If you find that your breath is moving a little too fast, maybe you're moving too fast, so you need to slow down. I'm going to give you instructions, but then ultimately you are your main teacher. You know what you need. So make sure you feel safe and relaxed at all times. But with a little challenge as well. I think we all need some challenges. So when you're ready, on an inhale, lift the arms in front of you and all the way up. The thumbs can cross over if you want, taking a gentle back bend. And then exhale, extend the arms forward and all the way down. Hands on the floor. On an inhale, step the right leg back, place the knee down. You can pad it if you want to with a fold of your mat or the blanket. Look forward, low lunge. As you exhale, step back into downward facing dog. So you need to lift the back knee up. You're just passing through down dog, extending the back. And then on an inhalation, you can try knees, chest, and chin. If you know this, if that's too much, then just come on your knees and slowly lowering your chest down. So I'm giving you two variations here. Forehead to touch the floor, tops of the feet down, hands at your chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back for a low cobra, Bhujangasana. Keep squeezing the elbows at your side. That's it, beautiful. Exhale, tap the toes under, hips back, downward facing dog. Well done, you're all moving beautifully. Now look between the hands. Use an inhale to step your right foot between the hands. Place the back knee down. Extend the chest forward. Take your time. You can guide your leg forward as well if you need to be. No problem at all. And then as you exhale, lift the back knee off the ground, and then many steps or one big step to move forward into your Uttanasana, forward fold. And then as you inhale, lift the arms all the way in front of you and up. Gentle back bend. Exhale. Hands into the chest. Prayer position, and then all the way down. Yes, we are creating some warmth, aren't we? Are you okay? Yes, perfect. We're going to do another round of this. We're going to move a tiny bit faster. We try and do one breath, one move. And then for the down dog, we're going to take 2 breaths. If you need more, we then slow it down, okay? So you need to scale it down to what feels right for you. Okay, ready to go? Okay, let's try. So inhale, arms in front of you, and all the way up, you can cross your thumbs as you take the gentle back bend. And then as you exhale, like you're reaching for something in front of you, you can bend the knees if you want, and then hands down. As you inhale, this time the left leg steps back, knee down, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Now place both knees down, and you can choose either knees, chest, and chin, or you can come down from the knees down all the way down. So either way, we then move slowly into Cobra. So on an inhale, press the hands down as you slowly lift the chest maybe a tiny bit higher now. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath, which means 1 cycle is inhale and exhale. And 1 more. Really then go a bit to the mouth if you want with the. In the next inhale, step your left foot between the hands now. Right knee back down. Expand the chest forward, low lunge. That's lovely. As you exhale, step the right foot back, even 1 big step or many baby steps. And then as you inhale, press with the feet to rise, arms parallel in front of you. Thumbs can cross as you take the back bend. And then exhale, palms in Anjali Mudra, prayer hands in front of the heart, and then all the way down. Take a moment, you can connect with 1 hand on your chest, 1 on your belly. You can close your eyes. And you can really feel what is coming up for you in this moment. Maybe there is just some heat that you're creating in the body. Maybe you are loosening up some joints that might feel a little stiff. Maybe you're releasing some stress. Just explore this idea of presence today, this presence of you in spite of everything that is happening. So the you that is unchanging, through the years, through the experiences, through the good and the bad. And very simply bring both hands down now into your Tadasana pose. We're going to do one more sun salute with some modifications. This is going to be a tiny bit more challenging, but we're going to do step by step. So it's going to be absolutely fine. I know you can do it. You might need to modify it, and I will help you through that, okay? So we start in exactly the same way. So on an inhale, lift the arms all the way up. You can cross the thumbs, put your back bend, and then as you exhale, reach forward and down, bend the knees if you need to, engage the belly. On an inhale, step the right foot back. Place the knee down to begin with. This is your low lunge. Now, when you feel ready, on an inhalation, lift both arms up. You can cactus the arms if you want, or you can keep them all the way up. On an exhale, bring the hands in prayer position in front of the heart. Move the chest forward a little. We're going to cross the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. So when you're ready, take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And then engage the core muscles. So your belly button is pressing in, you're twisting towards the left side. Press one palm against the other. Try to stack one shoulder on top of the other. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the back knee up as you keep rotating the waist around your base. And then as you exhale, look down first, bring both hands down, bring your knee down for a moment. That was tough, wasn't it? That's good, that's good work. So when you're ready, step the left leg back. Let's rest in child pose for a moment. Both knees together. Maybe you can wrap the arms around your hips, and you can rest your forehead down or use your block to rest the forehead on it. Really feel the activation of your pranayama. If you haven't already started, you know the Ujjayi pranayama, which is your ocean breath, you can start activating that now. That means breathing in and out through the nose, producing a sound like the ocean. So there is a little catch at the very back of the throat. See if it comes easy for you. If you're still not quite there, you will eventually get this. Ujjayi pranayama is an excellent breath to actually use during our yoga practice. Helps us to calm down, helps us to self-regulate. So if we get too heated up or demotivated, that can really help us. Okay, I'm giving us a long break now. So on an inhale, lift the torso all the way up. On an exhale, extend the hands forward and then come all the way up into your downward facing dog. Then use an inhalation this time to bring the right foot forward between the hands. You can keep the knee down or leave it straight up. That's up to you. On an inhale, you can lift the arms up for high crescent, or you can stay down on your knee. Look straight in front of you, open the chest. You can cactus the arms. That's another option. Then when you're ready, inhale, bring the hands in prayer position in front of the heart. You can always place the back heel down. That will help a lot for balance. Move the chest slightly forward, and then when you're ready, take an inhale to center. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together as you keep twisting towards the right. If you need to put one hand down, that's another alternative. You can always keep one hand on your waist. So there is plenty of modifications we can all do. This is a balancing pose. It's a little challenging, I know. Take one inhale here, and as you exhale, lower your gaze down, place the hands down, and then engage your core muscles, either many steps or one giant step forward to the top of your mat. Well done, guys. Very good work. Now separate the feet a little. Bring the hands together at your back. So you can interlace the fingers, so you can grab hold of opposite elbows or opposite wrists. Bend the knees, inhale, lift your arms up above your head, exhale, chest towards the knees. Creating even more space between your shoulder blades. Release the back of the neck, breathe deeply here. And slowly release the hands all the way down. Now leave the right hand where it is, next to your right foot, and bend the right knee a little. And then on an inhale, keeping the left leg straight, lift the left arm up, taking gentle twist. So you're opening to the left side. Open also from the heart center. Gently rotating, looking up. If looking up doesn't work, you can look down. And then exhale, place the left hand down. Now bend the left knee and straighten the right. And then on an inhale, left, lift the right arm all the way up, twisting from the belly. Now exhale, bring the right hand down. And then on an inhale, lift all the way up. Take a gentle back bend. And exhale, hands Anjali Mudra in front of the heart, and then release the hands all the way down. Give the body a little shake. Maybe you can bounce on your feet. Keep your knees nice and soft. Really release. If you want to breathe out through the mouth, you can go. That can help to release extra kind of heat that we're creating in the body. We're going to work through a balancing pose. So, are you ready? Yes, I think we're ready. Yes. We're going to take first one more eagle arms. So it's very simple, this one, I promise you. You're going to like it, I think. Use an inhale to lift the arms up, just parallel. And then exhale, extend all the way down. You can bend the knees if you want. And now on an inhale, bring the left arm underneath the right. So the right is on top like an X. Again, back of the hands, holding the shoulders, all palm to palm. And use an inhale, press the feet down to rise all the way up. Exhale into a back bend with eagle arms. Inhale here. And as you exhale, release all the way down, bend the knees. And then uncross the arms. One breath here. Now we're going to do the opposite. So right arm underneath the left. Choose your favorite option. When you're ready, root down to rise up on an inhalation, lift all the way up. Exhale, take your back bend, strong through your feet. Don't go too far. Take one inhale. And then as you exhale, release all the way down one more time. Uncross the arms, reach with your hands down. Release the head, yes and no, and maybe. And then one more time, inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, the hands simply down at your side. So we've been warming up the body. We've been taking lots of twists in preparation for dancer's pose, that Rajasana. So if you want to use a wall, so if you're at home and you want to use a wall, at home you can even use a chair in front of you or a table. So I would advise you to try and find a wall space so that your left hand is holding on to the wall. And I'm going to demonstrate. If you feel that your balance is really good and you want to try without the wall, you can. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to show you what we'll be doing. And I'll probably be shaking and wavering, so that's absolutely fine. So you're going to stand on, so if you're holding the wall with your left hand, you want to stand on your left leg. So you need to prepare first by really finding the roots of your feet. So imagine your feet have roots into the ground, okay? Find your drishti, which is your focal point, somewhere in front of you. preparing. So imagine that your arm is on the wall, or maybe on a chair in front of you, your left hand. Then the right knee, you bend it, then grab hold of the right foot. You can even use both hands if you have free hand, otherwise just one hand. Then when you feel ready, you think, oh, my balance is not so good, or not so bad actually, rather, you can actually grab hold of either the inside or the outside of your right ankle. Keep your focus, keep your drift, lift the left arm up or on the wall. And then as you exhale, start to move the chest forward. And as you do that, keep on moving the right foot back. And you can extend the arm forward or keep it on the wall. The arm is forward. This is dancer's pose, Natarajasana. It's quite challenging on the balance. That's it. Keep trying. That's it. Beautiful. Yes, the chest comes forward. The leg moves back. Make sure that the knee doesn't move out. So the knee is pointing down at all times. It doesn't move out. And your gaze is forwards. That's it. Yes. Beautiful. When you get tired, you just put the foot down and you can try again maybe one more time before you get too tired, because you still have the other side to try really. This is really good for the legs strength. This is good for our back, for our focus and concentration, and of course for our balance. So I hope you're having fun at home as well. At home is a bit easier because you can have a chair, and with the chair you can really, move the chest forwards as you lower your hand onto the chair and keep rising the leg up. Once you think you've had enough, because you still need to do the other side, give the body a little shake. Give yourself a moment. And then come to your preparation pose. So really find your focal point. Your focal point, I'm going to turn the other way now. Your focal point is really important. So find somewhere that you can look at, something that is not moving, maybe somewhere about 45 degrees or so from in front of you. Prepare, root the right foot this time really firmly down. Try and keep the leg as straight as possible. Then bend the left knee. When you feel ready, grab hold of the left knee. At home, you could even use a strap to kind of lasso that foot behind you. Prepare, try and keep the knees together so the left knee is pointing down, is not moving out. Find the focal point, lift the arm up or on the chair or on the wall. And then as you exhale, start to gently, you can even bend the standing knee to begin with, lowering yourself forward as you keep reaching through the left foot. Press the left foot into the hand, keep the knee down, extend to the chest, and then come down. You can try one more time if you want, if you're enjoying this. So this is dancer's pose. Are you enjoying this?
Yes.
Yes. It's challenging, isn't it? But it's very rewarding if you can even just balance it for one moment. That's it. It's really, really rewarding pose. So I'm going to try one more time and see how it goes. And I think that the focal point, the drishti, is pretty much the most important part. And you might find that one side is easier than the other. I certainly find that. The other side is a bit easier for me. And then when you really come to a standing position, I can't do it, I'm so tired. It's because you've done another 2 classes, so I'm not surprised. We're going to do one more simpler version of Garudasana. Still, Garudasana is still challenging, but not as challenging as dancer's pose. You really enjoyed that one, didn't you? That's good. Yeah, we'll do that again. So this time we're going to bend the, let's say, the left knee over the right. So it starts like this. The feet are parallel. Prepare yourself, first of all, roll the shoulders maybe a couple of times back. Keep your chest open, but the side ribs in, belly button in. Find the spot to focus on. Then when you're ready, On an inhale, cross the left knee over the right, and you can place the toes down to begin with. That's the easiest way. And then you're gonna wrap the left arm underneath the right. You know this one now, don't you? Find your favorite kind of version of this, and then sink down. So imagine you're sitting on a high stool, so the knees are bent. Lift the elbows some, so the elbows are parallel to the shoulders. Drishti is focusing on your forearms. And then if you want, you can lift the toes up and kind of hook them behind your right calf, standing calf. And keep lifting the arms, keep losing balance like I am. And then slowly move everything down. Release the arms. Take a moment, maybe you can close your eyes. Reconnect with the sense of the presence within you. That unwavering you. The one that is always there, stable and still, even the chaos of life. And then opening the eyes, we're going to try the other side now. So are you ready for this? This is the last one. We're going to come down to the mat in a moment. So this time is the right leg that wraps over the left. So when you're ready, bend the right knee and then place the toes down to begin with. So you're crossing the right leg over the left like this. And then this time is the opposite. The right arm moves under the left. Make the big X. Choose your variation. When you're ready, sink a little bit down by bending the knees. Lift the elbows so they are in line with your shoulders. Really gaze at your forearms here. Engage the belly. So press the belly button in and up slightly. And then if you want a little bit more, you can hook the right toes behind your left calf. Breathing, lifting the arms, try not to sink into the position. Imagine you're leaning against a big tree. Whew. This is challenging, isn't it? And then when you're ready, just release, shake the body. Well done. That was very good work today. Yes. So come to the top of the mat. Very simply now, your inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, reach all the way down. And then reach the fingers down. Come on your tiptoes, so you're lifting the heels up, bend the knees, and slowly come all the way down to a sitting position. And we are almost finished. We're going to do one core abdominal muscle exercise. This is both pose, Navasana, the last challenge. So today we've really been working out and getting some heat. So the feet are parallel and down to begin with. The belly is really close to your thighs. The knees are obviously bent. You're holding onto your shins. Release the shoulders all the way down your back to prepare. And then when you're ready, lift one leg, so the knee is bent, but the lower leg is parallel to the floor. And then see if you can release the other leg. You can hold on to the back of the knees to begin with. If you want, you can free one hand and the other. You can stay, try to bring the belly as close to your thighs as possible. Bring the right toes down and up, and the left and up. If you can, that's an alternative. You don't have to do it. You can stay like this, is totally fine. Maybe one more time. Hold, 5, 4, 3. Come on, you can do it. 2, 1. Well done. Hold on to the back of the legs. Release all the way down. Let your knees come up. Give them a big, big squeeze. Say, well done, legs. You've done lots of work today. Gently rock the hips from side to side. Find a nice long breath. So remember at the beginning, we're breathing in for a count, let's say, of 4, breathing out for 6, 7. So practically breathe out longer than you breathe in. And when you're ready, place both feet down. Knees are together. Open the arms like a big T or a cactus. And then send both knees towards the right side. The head can look towards the left. The eyes can close. Take a breath, big breath in through the nose. And really the extra long breath out, but through the mouth now. So breathe out. Allow the body to sink a little deeper against the mouth. One more inhale through the nose. And the extra long exhale through the mouth with a and then slowly engaging the core a little to bring the knees into the middle. And then exhale, let the knees drop to the opposite side. Extend the arms, maybe turn the gaze. Eyes can be closed, or you can turn your head to the opposite side. And take a couple of those lovely releasing breaths out through the mouth. Slowly bring the knees back into the center, stepping the feet onto the mat. Head comes back into the center. And then you can bring the soles of the feet together. And then exhale, let the knees open out to the side. Now, this is when the bricks may be very heavy. So you might find that you might like to put 2 bricks under your knees. You can even place them at an angle if your knees are very high. If your knees are quite low, you might find that just the lowest setting is fine. This is a Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. And you can maybe even lift the arms so you can hold opposite elbows, or maybe you want to cactus your arms or make them into a T. Any variation will do fine. But give a moment for the hips to really kind of like open up. This is a great hip and heart opener. We've done lots of work today. You worked through back bends, you worked through really the entire body system by performing the sun salutation. You've done twists. You've really done some detoxing poses. So give yourself a moment now to open up the hips and allowing the circulation to move through your legs. And if you can, after the last long exhalation, really let your breath be completely natural. So if you've been practicing Ujjayi, ocean breathing, this is the moment to just let your breath breathe itself. If you feel that you still have a bit of steam to release, then just breathe out through the mouth a couple of times. And you can stay here for your final relaxation, your Shavasana. Or if you feel that you want to take the more traditional Shavasana, you can simply allow the legs to extend out, the arms wide. You can take any variation you want. If you find you want to support your hips, you could always place something under your sacrum, like a block or a book. Sometimes that can feel really supportive for the hips. Now find a position that you can enjoy for a while without needing to move. So we're entering a little stillness now. Our bodies are often busy during the day, following instructions, or doing all the things our bodies do. But it's nice to actually allow some stillness to sink in. And in yoga, this is when you can integrate all the benefits of the practices you've been doing. This is when the muscle memory can be formed so that the poses become more familiar. I feel like when you go into a new place and at the beginning, everything looks very different, doesn't it? After a few days that you are in the same place, it becomes more and more familiar. And then you feel more comfortable, and then you don't even perhaps acknowledge so much the surroundings anymore because you're now used to that. And the same is with yoga. The more we practice and we give time for the body and the mind to absorb our practices, the more we get used to the poses. And then we will find new challenges. So there is never an end really to the challenges we can put ourselves through. So we can never know too much. We can never really get to the top of the mountain and say, that's it today, because it will be another mountain and another and another. And that's interesting and challenging and adventurous. But for now, just acknowledge how beautifully you move through your poses today. Excuse me. How much presence you brought into your practice, into your yoga practice, and how much you actually respected your body by working in a way that made you feel good but safe, in a way where you challenged your own balance. Maybe you even challenged the concept of what you can do. Maybe you thought you couldn't do certain poses, and you might surprise yourself by doing them. And that's really our practice in yoga. It's not so much that we do the practices in a way that they are perfect. It's more that we keep coming back to the practices over and over, with presence, with integrity, with our humanity. None of us is perfect. None of us is better than the other. We're all teachers and students at the same time. How do we sink into the state of complete relaxation? Once more, connect with the sense of the breath like a wave. So feel the wave of the inhalation nourishing you, bringing fresh oxygen, nourishment to the body, to the blood. And then as you exhale, feel the sense of release, feel the sense of cleansing, toxins moving out of the body. merge the noises outside, music, the silence, and the stillness, they all merge into one. State of pure presence. Slowly, allow the breath to deepen a bit. Allow a little movement to fingers, ready, and release. Roll over to one side, taking your time. Maintaining the eyes closed if you can, as you press the floor with your hands. Come into a seated position, maybe opening the eyes just enough so you can see that you are now in the right place. Time to close the class. Once you are seated, cross-legged in any comfortable position, close your eyes if you haven't already. Bring the palms of the hands together into the heart center. Then gently bowing the head towards your hands. The presence in me bows the presence in you. And in this state of deep, deep relaxation, I salute you and say namaste. Gently allow the eyes to open. Take a moment to orient yourself around your space. Thank you so much for practicing today. I hope you enjoyed the challenge, the balancing, the losing the balance and finding it again. You've done a great job today. If you have any questions, please come and ask me. Otherwise, I will see you again for the next week. Yes, have a great rest of the week as well. I don't know if the weather is going to be nice or not, but whatever you do, enjoy. There's going to be some yoga in the park as well on Tuesday, the 21st for the summer solstice. So I brought a leaflet in case any of you is interested. You can take a photo or you can ask me more about it. It is free and it's all day. So there will be lots and lots of yoga teachers, lots of different styles. So if you love yoga, that might be just the right place for you, really. So Tuesday the 21st. Okay, see you all next week. Hopefully. Take care. Stay well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thanks for your presence. It has been very quiet. We normally have more people, don't we? Yes. Yes.
I take photos.
Yes, of course you can. Yes. Here you go. I put some light on, so maybe you can see more. How did you find it today? Was it okay? Yeah, good. Was your first time here today, you said? Yeah. Were you okay with that? Were you able to? Okay, good. Yes. 21st, yes. I will bring you next week as well, yes. I can always give you one. I think I might have one more I can give you for next week, yeah. So that's at the park, just around the corner. It starts, I think, at 11, finishes at 6, and there are lots of other styles of yoga. I present the Zen yoga at 4 o'clock, but there will be so many that